In this lesson, we are going to look at how the impacts of rock and mineral extraction can be managed. Mining can provide valuable resources, jobs and economic benefits, but it can also create serious environmental problems. Good mining management should therefore begin with plans for safe waste disposal and end with plans to restore the land when mining is finished. Let us start with the safe disposal of mining waste. In the past, mining waste was often simply placed in piles close to where minerals were extracted. This created several problems. Waste piles could pollute rivers and other water sources with toxic chemicals. Unstable waste piles could also collapse, causing loss of life and increasing land and water pollution. Today, safe storage and disposal of mine waste is an important part of obtaining a mining license. Mining companies must provide detailed plans, showing how waste will be stored safely and how pollution will be prevented. Waste storage areas must be designed to prevent collapse and must be located where they are unlikely to pollute water. The waste should also be monitored so that any movement or signs of water pollution can be detected early. Once mining has finished, the land needs to be restored. This is known as land restoration. One method is to reshape mine waste so that it blends into the surrounding landscape. The waste can then be covered with soil, sometimes enriched with fertilizer, and planted with trees. The trees help create habitats and allow other plants and animals to return to the area. Over time, organic matter from plants and animals can improve the soil. However, some mine waste is too contaminated or unsuitable for normal plant growth. In these cases, other restoration methods are needed. One important method is bioremediation. Bioremediation is the use of living organisms to remove or break down pollutants and toxic chemicals. Microorganisms such as bacteria can absorb pollutants and convert them into less harmful substances. These microorganisms often work faster when their environment contains suitable amounts of oxygen and nitrogen. Some plants can also absorb toxic metals from contaminated soil. This process is called bioaccumulation. Plants are grown on the contaminated waste and absorb the toxic metals. The plants are then removed, taking some of the pollutants with them. This makes the remaining waste less toxic. After treatment, the land may be developed into a nature reserve. Even if the land is no longer suitable for farming or building, it can still provide valuable green space. Trees and other plants can create habitats for animals and help maintain biodiversity. Mining can also leave large holes in the landscape. If the rock lining the hole is waterproof and non-toxic, the hole can be allowed to fill with water and become a reservoir. The water could then be used for irrigation or, after suitable treatment, as drinking water. Another option is to use the hole as a landfill. Household waste can be placed inside until the hole is full. The waste is then covered with soil and planted with trees. But how do we know whether land restoration has been successful? The Society for Ecological Restoration International, or SERI, suggests using ecosystem-related variables to measure the success of restoration. The overall aim should be to return the site as close as possible to the native ecosystem that existed before mining began. Interestingly, some scientists believe that after major hazards such as landslides and erosion have been controlled, allowing nature to recover through succession may be the most beneficial approach. Succession is the natural process of gradual change in an ecosystem as different plants and organisms colonize an area over time. So, effective mine management does not end when the minerals are removed. It includes safe waste disposal, pollution control, land restoration, and the recovery of ecosystems. The goal is to make sure that the land is not simply abandoned after mining, but is managed so that it can once again support plants, animals, and